Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And it's no wonder Rachel Reeves spends a lot of time crying. I would if I had to find out the problems she's got. Not only has she got the imaginary £22 billion black hole, but then they spent another 30 billion on Chagos, 300 billion on the Ukraine, 11 billion to the African farmers, another 100 million the other day to the Syrians. They want more, spent. And she's run out of money. Currently, that black hole is standing at £30 billion. And this isn't the imaginary one that was left by the Tories. This is the real one that's been created by Labour. And when we say 30 billion, it's 30 billion that we know about. And that's actually before some of the U-turns have been pushed into those numbers. And of course, with the possibility of lifting the two-child cap, that could soon rise to around 60 or even 70 billion. She doesn't know how to raise the money. Now, you've got to think, last time, back in the end of October, she had the worst budget ever in terms of tax raising. This year, it's going to be even worse than last year. Maybe double the tax raising. But nobody knows where she's going to get the money because there quite literally isn't enough. There isn't enough money in the country to raise the amount of taxes they need. She's been banging on about following the fiscal rules, which means no more borrowing, which means tax. The trouble is the companies can't pay anymore. The people can't pay anymore. There is literally nothing else. The only thing that's left is quite literally to raid people's savings. And I wouldn't put it past them. People with more than, say, 100,000 in the bank may find that the government takes, say, 10% of it. It's happened before. It happened in Greece. It happened in Cyprus, where governments had overspent and screwed up the economy so badly, they quite literally just stole the money. They weren't borrowing it. They were stealing it at the point of a gun. And that's what's likely to happen now. This is one of the options that the Treasury are looking at. Acquiring wealth. Not a wealth tax, you understand, but quite literally daylight robbery. Going in into every savings account in Britain and saying, you have to hand over 10% of your savings. What do we think's going to happen, children? Where are all the rich people going to put their money? That's right, abroad, where it can't be touched. Certainly, I am. I've got, as you may well know, thanks to the interesting arrest procedure, I've actually created a company in Cyprus. It's a Cypriot company in a Cypriot bank. I will be moving as much money as I can comfortably get into that account, should these things happen. Because let me tell you, Reeves ain't getting around on my little stash. It's not impressive, but it is mine. Sounds like my penis. How sad is that? Anyway, she can keep her hands off because why should this government steal your money? Money that you've had to earn, that you've paid tax on already, and that you've somehow managed to scrape together enough to actually warrant saving any. And they're going to come along and take it. Because they are absolutely useless. And yeah, this is all those people who voted Labour. They've done this. So if you've got friends or family who voted Labour, let them know exactly what you think of them and hide your money. Thanks very much. Bye.